KILR Killer Game.
Okay, so we are here at Elma Municipal Airport, and we're going to be flying to Bowerman. This is a flight that I've done on FSX with Orbix. That was the first one that I did because the Orbix airport is free. That's when I was first checking out Orbix. And I did that same flight after that with Flight Simulator 98 because it's one of my favorite classic flight sims. And then later on, when I got X-Plane 11 and got Orthophotos, I did it on that one. So that way I could compare those airports and just see how it was. All of that wound up leading into what's on KILR television, the World Tour series, which started with the Commodore 64, the Amiga, Flight Simulator 98, FSX, X-Plane 11. It started with those, and then I started adding all these other simulators, and all the flights follow the same exact flight plan as closely as possible, because obviously some of them have airports that the others don't. So that has been something that I've been doing for a while. And I want to go ahead and just do that flight from Elma to Bowerman, just so that way we can have that little bit of a comparison with the new Flight Simulator 2020. So we'll go ahead and get into the aircraft and we'll get ready for that. Let's take a look at our fuel. Probably need some fuel. We'll go ahead and shut this off and we'll get her filled up. Probably don't need too much fuel. That should be enough. And I don't believe there is a way, like, where I can go from here and create a whole new flight plan to Bowerman. I think you have to, like, go back out all the way to the main menu and start all over, because I don't know of any anything here to be able to do that. But what we can do is go over here to this, and we'll set a direct course to Bowerman. Which is KHQM. Maybe. There we go. KHQM. There it is, Bowerman. Who Hoquiam, Washington. I'm probably Hoquiam. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Probably not. Okay, we've got that activated. There's a thin line right here. This white line is what white lines. That's where we came from, so. All good to go. We'll go ahead and get ourselves pushed back because this is realistic. We have an invisible force that's pushing us back. See, you didn't know the ways of the force were here in Microsoft Flight Simulator, did you? Just beware of the dark side. Anger leads to darkness. So don't get angry about the things that are missing from Flight Simulator. That leads to the dark side. See, this right here, I think, is a taxiway right there. We're not going to take that. We're gonna take off in the other direction. I love this. I love the windsock. That's nicely animated. Which Aero Bisector made that comment a little while ago. I just now saw it. The runway is correct. It doesn't have a center line. That's how it should be. I didn't see Elma. I didn't see the word Elma on the runway, so I was hoping to see that. Max, hi. Sorry if it took me a little bit to actually see your chat. Welcome to KILR Television. I got a lot of flight sim stuff on the channel. Going all the way back to Microsoft Flight Simulator 1. So if you have a love for flight simulation like I do, I hope you'll check out the videos. It is getting hot. It's getting hot in this room. By the way, Arrow, you're probably wondering, what are the temperatures of my i7 right now? How is it running? The average temperature is around 75 degrees Celsius. And sometimes it'll go up to 80. But that's where it's sitting at. So it's not doing too bad. But with two machines, 160 degrees Fahrenheit over here and 150 degrees Fahrenheit over there, shoo! it's hot. I had my flaps down. That's not proper procedure. This is why Aero Bisector is telling me to use checklists. Because Aero knows my flying. He knows my flying all too well. He's seen the good and the bad. And the WTF flights. So we're heading to Bowerman, which is not too far away. And then after this, let's head over to Alaska. We'll head over to Anchorage and see how that looks. Now, I did a previous stream on YouTube. This is the first multi-stream that I've done on both Twitch and YouTube, because I'm testing it out to see how it's working. It looks like it's working pretty good, because there's a big event that I've got planned coming up within the next 5 days, 5-6 days. And so I want to have it going at the same time. I'm not going to multicast all the time, but for this particular thing I do.
Cessna 1 Tree Foxtrot is type Cessna Skyhawk 6 miles west of 4 Whiskey 8. Request flight following.
Cessna 1 Tree Foxtrot, Seattle Center. Squawk Tree 131.
Squawk Tree 131 Cessna 1 Tree Foxtrot.
Can I please have another voice?
Cessna 1 Tree Foxtrot, radar contact 6 miles west of 4 Whiskey 8, 2,700 feet. Altimeter 29.92.
I don't feel like I'm being represented here.
Copy Cessna 1 Tree Foxtrot.
Another thing that Flight Sim is supposed to use is the Azure voices. That's another option. This is like the offline, like Windows offline option, which has more voices apparently, but not that many more. But I've looked up the Azure text-to-speech, and there's a whole bunch of voices. But for some reason, it's not using them. So maybe that's a feature that's to come. I don't know. I hope so. My goodness, I feel like I'm going to burst into flames over here. No, it's not. I selected Azure and it seems like it's always the same two voices. One for the pilot, one for the controller. It may differ depending on location, but I switched to Windows Offline. I'll tell you what, when we go to Alaska, we'll select the Azure voices and we'll see what comes up.
Kilo Hotel Quebec Mike Automated Weather Observation 2100 Zulu. Wind 25 tree at 20. Visibility 5. Sky condition 1000 feet scattered. Temperature 15 C dew point 1 tree C altimeter 2992. Kilo Hotel Quebec Mike Automated Weather Observation 2100 Zulu.
We're going to use runway 24.
Kilo Hotel Quebec Mike traffic Cessna 1 tree Foxtrot 11 miles east 3,600 feet inbound to land runway 24.
Okay, so we're getting closer. Okay, the airport is right in this area right here. I'd say it's... I can see it. There's a beacon right there. So hey, if you want to compare this with Orbix, I don't know if you have well, if you still have FSX or P3D installed on your system, Orbix, or I'm sorry, Bowerman is free. Or you could just look at the screenshots. But you can take a look and see how this actually compares. I'm actually curious. The I forget what those are, but the lights that lead up to the runway, they're actually in the water. They come up out of the water. So I'm curious to see if they're actually modeled that way. And did you know that Kurt Cobain grew up around this area? I didn't know that. I was like looking up some stuff about the nearby city, and I learned that Kurt Cobain from Nirvana, they've got some things set up for him. I think you can visit his gravesite and stuff like that. That doesn't look like the leading lights there are in the water. I don't know. We'll have to get a little closer.
Kilo Hotel Quebec Mike traffic Cessna 1 Tree Foxtrot is on final runway 24 to land.
Arrow, what did you mean by RIP? Rest in peace? I wasn't sure what you were referring to. Hey, at least there's a bridge that looks like a bridge over here. There are some areas where the bridges don't look like bridges. I've seen some cars that, oh good, looks like the lights are in the water. I've seen some cars that are like hover vehicles. They kind of like hover over the... I saw one that hovered. There are some that drive under the bridge. So I can see over the nose of the aircraft. Yep, that's right. There is water right here, so that's looking right. The lights are actually coming out of the water, so they're kind of like magically appearing right there, but that's okay. From what I can see, this is not a bad representation of the airport. Well, that sounded a little rough. There should be a taxiway up here. Whoop. There it is.
Kilo Hotel Quebec Mike traffic Cessna 1 Tree Foxtrot is clear of the runway.
Without a doubt, this looks nice. The surrounding area looks nice. The airport itself is detailed, well, it's handcrafted by Orbix. Definitely looks better. But just as far as default generated here in Flight Sim, it's not bad. It's definitely passable, I think. Gotta love these taxi lights in the middle of the... I was like, who put that there? We'll go and park her right over here. There we go. Go ahead and go ahead and turn that off there. All right, so not bad. I'm glad that we had a suggestion to check out Seattle, because this inspired me to do the Elma to Bowerman flight, like what I did previously a few years ago on KILR TV. So this was, and I had thought about doing this, but I wasn't sure when I was going to do it. So, well, now's a good time as any. So I'm glad that we were able to check that out.